How do you make bangers like Playboy Carti? Today I'm going to answer this very important question. Let's go. Hi, my name is Terry and welcome to the Artists Against the World channel. Here we help you overcome overwhelming odds to make your dreams come true as rappers and artists. Now today we're going to talk about a pretty popular artist, if y'all don't know. Playboy Carti. I really like Playboy Carti, man. I think Playboy Carti is really one of the GOATs when it comes to the SoundCloud era, and you know, when it comes to just pushing the boundaries of music and making fun, exciting bangers. You know, so today we're gonna talk about basically what I can observe from how he makes songs and what you can take from that to make your songs hit harder like his hits. Now, always remember guys, if you're interested, click the link in the description after this video to get 5 free beats. I'm always giving free beats to rappers and artists. Go get yours. So, alright, on to the Playboy Carti banger topic. So, 5 things I recognize when it comes to Playboy Carti's music and why I think it hits so hard and it's so captivating and it's just like has that energy to it. First, he obviously keeps things very simple. Second, he hypnotizes with repetition. Third, everything is a hook. You know, everything is a hook, even the verses. Fourth, bass is king. The 808s are very important to his music. And 5, Adlibs, vocal effects, and expressive vocal choices. You know, you're gonna want to go in that direction. So to get more into detail with everything, the first thing, keep it simple. The thing about Carti's music, its composition, its arrangement, everything is very laid back, very simple. You know, the production has only an 808, and then just a background melody going on. It's not a very complicated production. It's not something like a Kanye West or like, you know, like a Kendrick. You know, you obviously don't want to be doing too much if that's the style that you're going for. Simplicity is king in this area. So if you're making songs and you find that you're taking a very long time putting your songs together, then you probably want to shift your direction a little bit. If you're putting a bunch of layers of vocal harmonies and stuff like that, then you know, you probably want to shift direction. If Carti's style and energy is what you're trying to go for, you know, you want to focus on simplicity. You want to make the choices that work immediately, and you don't have to layer on top of them in order to make it work. So if a melody only sounds good if you add a harmony to it, then move away from that. Just stick to a hook that's simple. Stick to a flow that's simple. Stick to a beat that you don't have to add too much to the beat to make it interesting. Stick to something that has very little elements to it, but even despite having little elements, it's still impactful. You know, so when you're working with your producer, working with your engineer, always keep in mind that less is more when it comes to this type of music, and make the choices that you don't have to make a lot of choices. You don't have to supplement these choices with more in order to have a good effect. So only go for the bars that hit just by themselves, and you don't need a bunch of flashy stuff around it, okay? Number 2, hypnotize with repetition. So instead of using more words and concepts, instead of writing your verses and you're trying to go into a story and adding more details and just including more information and more substance, again, you want to peel back. You want to stick to a few catchphrases and have the repetition drive home the energy that you're trying to communicate. You feel me? Like, you don't want to be putting together a bunch of concepts in these songs. You don't want to try to convey too many different areas, because that will become a distraction to the hypnotic effect that you're trying to create with the music. You know, with this style of music, you're trying to create a mantra. You're trying to create something that's gonna hypnotize people and lull them into a certain vibration, a certain frequency, where the only way you do that is with repetition. You know, hypnosis works with repetition. That's why you have that iconic, like, swirly little imagery that people think of when they think of hypnosis. You know, you want to repeat. You know, when you're hypnotizing somebody, you know, you repeat after me. Like, that always creates a hypnotic effect. But when you're putting too much words, too much concepts, too much ideas, you're forcing people to think. And when you're forcing people to think and be critical, they become less suggestible. And in order to create a hypnotic effect, you want to create a suggestible person. You want them to be open to suggestion. So you have to create that through repetition. So use a few catchphrases and just repeat like a mantra, and it's just gonna captivate people and get them into a vibe where they're hypnotized by the flow and, you know, the back and forth of what you're saying and the beat, you know. So that's very important with this style of music. Number 3, everything is a hook. So, you know, the same hypnotic energy that you're going for in the hooks, you know, a lot of people tend to focus a lot of the creative energy to make the hook the catchiest part of the song. But in a CARTI style record, the whole song is catchy. Everything is a hook. Even the verse is just basically another hook. So basic song structure would be something like intro, verse, hook, bridge, outro. With CARTI style music, it's intro, hook 1, hook 2, hook 1, hook 2, hook 3, hook 1. Like, everything is a hook. So when you're coming up with your verses, think to yourself, could this also work as a hook? Would this also be a catchy, compelling hook? You know, if that's the case, then you're on the right track. If not, then you need to go back to the drawing board and come up with catchy verses that are basically just hooks again and again. So you want more hooks. So really, there's no verses at all, because you're not trying to communicate a lot of ideas. You're just sticking to catchy mantra catchphrases that's gonna hypnotize people and get them into that vibe. So treat everything as a hook. Don't overthink, overcomplicate, or try to make ideas more complex or more intricate. Don't do any of that. Just treat everything as a hook. Alright? Number 4, bass is king. So in CARTI style records, trap records, the 808s and just the lead melody is really what you'll hear. Like, they're very simple production. So when you're picking beats, pick a beat that's not trying to do too much. You know, pick something that is just the 808 that's powerful, and then a little melody in the background to give it a little vibe, a little atmosphere to it. You know, so it's really important, because in CARTI's music, his voice, the 808s, and the little melody, that's really the only thing that's capturing people's attention. And those are repetitive, you know. So CARTI's beats are 4-bar loops that keep on going, and then his repetitive lines and flow. So it just, and then that goes for like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, and that creates a hypnotic 2 minutes of, just going back and forth, hypnotizing your listener. So remember, pick a beat that the 808 is the main thing going on, something simple. Number 5, ad-libs and vocal effects. So obviously with CARTI style music, you're gonna need a lot of ad-libs, because that's a big part of the fun of his music is, he fills up the spaces with a bunch of like weird ad-libs that are super hype. So you want to do that as well. If you want to like have, cut back on your lines and fill in the spaces with expressive ad-libs and vocal effects, you know what I mean? Like doing sound effects with your voice, doing cool things, interesting things to capture people's attention, and also choose expressive vocal choices. So you might be rapping or sing rapping in this range, up the frequency, go a higher octave, and pitch your vocals up and do expressive things with your vocals, kind of like Young Thug and CARTI. So, just manipulate your voice to do very interesting, unorthodox things. And the more unorthodox, the better. All right? And really, it's that simple, guys. Just remember to make bangers like CARTI. First of all, just keep things simple. Don't overcomplicate things. Second, hypnotize with repetition. Third, treat everything as a hook. Fourth, bass and 808 is king. And 5, focus on filling up space with ad-libs and expressive and unorthodox vocal choices. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. Again, if you're interested, click the link in the description to get 5 free beats. And comment below what you'd like me to talk about next in future videos. I'm gonna drop videos every day, so let me know what you guys want me to talk about next time. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.